What's up, guys? It's the Lazy Goldmaker, and well, phase 3 is out. It's been out for a little while, and I haven't talked through all of the recipes. I've talked about epic gems, but there are some other recipes as well. So in this video, we're just going to go through all of the new recipes, what you need to know to try to make gold with them in phase 3. So it's that simple. So obviously we have here the Wowhead search for all of the new crafted items that are added in content phase 3. And I mean, this list is mostly gems. And then we have the bracers and chest pieces. So there's epic armor, and those are the main types of items. Now, obviously, epic gems, I've had videos about prospecting already. The recipes, all of the recipes are sold in Dalaran. They cost for, they're going to be sold by Timothy Jones. At least that's what the PTR data says. Can't check it out because, I mean, it's 24 hours or whatever till the patch comes out. But yeah, you want to get these recipes. As usual with gem recipes, you want to get a couple for each color. So stuff like Ruined Bold for red, and then Mystic Quick, the hit one. For yellow, usually you just want to get Stamina for blue, and then there's a couple of different ones that can be good for purple, green, and orange. If you have no idea which one to pick, then I'd suggest checking out using my spreadsheet for prospecting. It has all of the recipes. You can pull down the pricing data for your realm and just look at what the most expensive ones are, and then you know which ones to buy. It's definitely not worth getting all of them. Definitely not. Then we have this one, the Nightmare Tier. This is a little bit of a unique gem that is coming with this patch. It's unique equipped. You can have one of these. It adds 10 to all stats. So it's pretty useful. It's not like perhaps best in slot in terms of raw damage, but it is an omni gem. It fits every color. So for some classes, this is really good because it alone will enable your meta gem. I know I used the lower level tier that was available in the early patch, and this one costs a Dragon's Eye, and that's very interesting because Dragon's Eyes, you can literally only get these from the jewel crafting vendor. They can also be in Icy Prisms, but they cost 1 Jewel Crafter's token, which means that they cost either 10 Titanium Dust or 1 Damaged Necklace, whatever is more expensive. Obviously, you'll get some for free as well, but this is definitely going to be a very heavy bottleneck for this specific recipe that a lot of people will want. So this is another way that the value of the dust and the Damaged Necklace is going to remain significant, because this is a very useful little gem. So being involved in this economy is probably going to be pretty good. Lastly, we have all of these gear pieces. So it's a bunch. Well, if we sort by type, then we can see all of the cloth armor here. There's essentially a robe and a bracer for every armor type and every type of or every archetype. So you have the Moon Shroud stuff here that has Spirit. This is for healers, obviously. And then you have the Bejeweled and the Merlin's Robe, which is more geared towards damaged spellcasters. And you have the same thing for all of the other armor types. So with mail armor, you have like stuff for elemental shamans, stuff for enhancement shamans and hunters, and stuff for healers. So there's quite a few of these recipes. All of them drop from the raid. They're from the Trail of the Crusader, like the pattern Merlin's Robe. Can drop from well, according to this, from any of the bosses, but has a larger chance from Lord Jirax's and Fiola Nightbane. This one, and yeah, just do the raid. Hope that you get them if you're looking for these. I've not looked through if all of these, which of these are best in slot. A lot of them are going to be upgrades, particularly for alt and stuff like that, which means they're going to be useful. But how expensive they'll be is also going to depend on the price of Crusader Orbs. This is the new raid material that drops from the bosses in Trial of the Crusader. Similar to I don't remember what the old war orbs are called, but this is how it's been for, well, since at least Sunwall, if not earlier. With various materials that drop from the bosses in the raid and that are then used to craft epics from that raid. So yeah, generally speaking, the chest pieces require 8, the bracers will require 4. So people are definitely going to need a lot of these Crusader Orbs before they can start getting the new items. They are going to be in demand, and if you can get some of these recipes, are probably going to be decent sellers, but you're probably going to have most of your deals in trade chat early on, because this is relatively expensive on the material side. And what the trend is typically that very expensive items don't sell that often on the auction house. People are more willing on classic on average to just buy the materials and get someone to craft it for them. But yeah, those are the new recipes. I think obviously the epic gems and the nightmare tier, these are the most important recipes by far. And that's where the sort of the gold making I like to do, which is just do crafting sessions, post a bunch of stuff on the auction house. That's where we can see some significant value and some significant shakeups for jewel crafting with phase 3. Now, if you haven't already watched my previous videos on jewel crafting specifically, I'd highly suggest you doing that. We're gonna have one linked now at the end of the video. And with that, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.